A year ago, many of us were sent home from our offices or places of employment and turned into remote workers temporarily. Except now we know it hasn't been so temporary, and there doesn't appear to be any end in sight. Some of us didn't have an office or workspace at home at all, and others, like me, had one, but it wasn't set up for long hours of sitting at a computer. Eventually, after many months of working from home, I started getting shoulder pain and carpal tunnel because my ergonomics were not good. So I needed a new desk setup that could handle me working from home permanently. In this video, I'll show you what I came up with as the ultimate average Joe work from home desk setup. First off, let me say a quick thank you to our video sponsors, TopSky and Autonomous, for sending out products for me to review. As with all of my review videos, however, I am going to be unbiased and give you the good and the bad as I see it. Now let me set the tone for this video. This desk setup is designed for the rest of us. The hardworking average Joes. You know, the ones who don't have a ton of money and don't have the luxury of picture-perfect lives like so many social media influencers do. This isn't fairy tale land, this is real life. So in this video, you're going to see mediocre cable management, stains on the carpet, less than ideal lighting, and smudges on the computer monitors. Because that's how it's going to be used and look like in 99% of people's homes who use this stuff. So if you're looking for eye candy, there are 100 other videos out there for you to drool over. This video is about function over form, but I do still think it looks pretty good too. The goal with this setup was to put something together that the average person could afford. So all these products have been carefully chosen for high value, and the total cost is under $1,000 US. I know that's still a good chunk of change, but some people are getting stipend money from their employers to set up a workspace, and at the end of the day, $1,000 is a lot cheaper than surgery or rehab because you ruin your back or neck working long hours at a terrible desk setup. The obvious first piece was a desk. Most desks aren't adjustable, so you sit in one position all day, every day, which can be bad. So I decided that I wanted an adjustable sit-stand desk. Now, you can spend a fortune on these desks, but after doing extensive research, I saw that the cheaper ones were getting about the same reviews as the expensive ones. So I contacted the good people at TopSky, and they sent me their white adjustable desk frame without a desktop. I wanted to build my own desktop because I love woodworking and I wanted control over the size and thickness. But you can also purchase ready-made desktops from the hardware store for pretty cheap. Basically, I joined two 12-inch wide boards together along their length using glue and pocket holes. Then I put some support pieces underneath to keep the surface flat. I sanded the tabletop extensively and then stained it a nice weathered gray color. I think it turned out pretty beautiful, but the important part is that it is smooth and flat and sturdy. You can tell by the box that the TopSky desk frame is heavy duty as it weighs a ton. The desk requires quite a bit of assembly, but the manual is clear and easy to understand, and the hardware is labeled to make it all easy to identify. There's some adjustability built into the desk frame, so you can use a wide desktop or a more narrow one depending on your space. And TopSky provides some cable management ties with 3M tape to help keep the cords from getting tangled up as the desk goes up and down. And even though the cable ties are high quality and can get the job done for most of us, if you're OCD with cable management, you will need another solution. That is really my only criticism of this desk, is I wish it had a better system for keeping cords out of the way when the desk goes up and down. The performance of the sit-stand desk is impressive. The dual motors lift evenly and smoothly, and they're quiet too. The controls have 3 presets that you can use to save different settings for desk heights for sitting, standing, or multiple users. Or you can manually control the desk with up and down arrows. So now that the desk is complete, I wanted to get my monitors up off the desktop, so I ordered a white dual monitor stand from Vivo. I've been using Vivo mounts for years as an IT professional, and they're top quality and strong. And they're really affordable too. I won't go into too much detail on the assembly or setup, but there are numerous adjustment and pivot points and even some built-in cable management. My monitors are 27 inches, and this mount handles them no problem. Next, I needed a more ergonomic chair with some adjustability built into it. So I got in contact with the people over at Autonomous, and they sent me their Ergo Chair 2 in black and white. The instructions for this chair and assembly process are easy, even for someone without much DIY experience. All the tools and hardware are provided for you. As I unboxed the chair though, I was a little put off at first by the fit and finish of some of the pieces. I noticed some blemishes and marks here and there, as well as some sloppy artifacts from the injection molding process. To be fair, these same minor imperfections are on every desk chair I've ever bought, which were all fairly cheap ones. And as I finished putting together the chair, those imperfections became much less noticeable, and I could see the engineering was solid, and there was quality where it counts. I also remembered that while this chair is more expensive than most of them that you would find at an office supply store, it is still far cheaper than truly premium chair models, so I can't expect top shelf fit and finish for this price tag. Once I started using the chair though, any remaining doubts vanished. I chose this model because it has a headrest and adjustable arm supports, but it has so much more. Unlike other computer chairs I've used over the years, it feels very stable, even in a reclining position. And the degree of recline is variable, not just on or off like most chairs. Almost every part of this chair can go up or down, side to side, or lay back or forward. The possibilities are almost dizzying. But it does exactly what I needed it to do: provide ergonomic adjustability for me to dial in comfort for long hours at my computer. Finally, I already owned computer monitors, but I factored in some average size 24-inch monitors into the price of the setup for you. I know that some of you don't already have monitors like I do. And there may be some other things you might need, like a docking station for a laptop if that's where you work on, but this setup gives you the main components you will need so that all you need to do is plug in that work laptop or home PC and you're good to go for 8 hours or more at your desk. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you found it helpful.